How do you measure search visibility? I've got some disappointing news. A lot of people think that they're tracking their visibility, but the truth is they're being misled. SEO tools will give you scores that look impressive. It looks like you're making progress, but they don't actually show where you rank. This false hope is leaving business owners frustrated and wondering why they're still invisible. In this episode, I'm going to share why this is happening, and then I'll share the good news, because there's actually a simple, free way to track your ranking that works. Let's dive right in. Let's do some rapid fire myth busting. Myth number one, I can use TubeBuddy or vidIQ, they tell me my score. So that's true, you can use that software and it will tell you a score and it will tell you what to do to improve your score. But the reason this is a myth is because improving your score does nothing to your ranking on YouTube. So let me introduce you to Jason Schroeder. He's the one at the top here. Now if you type in how to become a construction project manager, notice that Jason's video is ranking at the top. You can type this in right now on YouTube and you'll find him right there. Now, if you look over on the right, I have this vidIQ plugin turned on. Now, this is for a video that has 27,000 views. We posted this 11 months ago. I actually took this screenshot. So when you find this video, it'll have a little bit more history than that. But at this time, it had 27,000 views, and vidIQ is giving me a score of 51 out of 100. And if I dig into it more, it gives me a checklist of items that I can do to improve my score. But how can I improve ranking number one? Now, Jason has several hundreds of videos that are ranking number one on YouTube, just like this one. And none of them have a good SEO score by vidIQ or TubeBuddy. Myth number two, search visibility can't be measured, it's all guesswork. Well, what you need is good analytics for this. You need to have data from the source. And you're probably used to analytics on Facebook or LinkedIn, where you just get a little chart and it shows you, yeah, you've had so many views on your posts. But YouTube is a whole different ballgame. Let me show you the analytics that YouTube shows us for Jason Schroeder. Okay, so in YouTube Analytics, they have regular mode and then they have advanced mode. And that's where we are right now. And I turned on this report right here called Traffic Source. So it breaks down all the different sources of traffic. You see YouTube search is number one, suggested is number two, external is number three, browse, and so forth. So YouTube search in the last 28 days, that's the period we're looking at right here, YouTube search has amounted to 34,600 views. And if I click on external, you'll see that Google search is at the top with another 9,300 views from search. You look down here in position 3 of external is ChatGPT. ChatGPT appears in a second place as well. Now what these ChatGPT numbers are is how many YouTube video views because of the recommendation of ChatGPT. So that's pretty cool. So as you can see, not only can we get content to rank at the top of these search engines, but your search visibility can be measured. Myth number 3, the more keywords I stuff into my content, the higher my visibility. Now I don't actually know what I'm going to see here. I haven't checked this video. I'm going to show you where you put keywords. Now the question that we're answering, we put that as the title of the video. We put a regular description at the top. It actually describes the video, kind of entices them to watch it. And then we have a lot of things in here that if people are going to take the time to go and read the description, we want to give them resources, we want to give them about information. So the description is not used for SEO, and yet this video is ranking at the top of YouTube. Now, if you keep scrolling down, you hit this show more, so then you keep scrolling. Now, finally, we are to the tags. And so what I wasn't sure about is if there were tags in here. Sometimes YouTube automatically provides some, like a one-word keyword like leader or leadership. Those are just ridiculous. I don't know why they're here. There's a lot of defaults that are set up for this channel, so I bet most of the videos have this. And why are we so lax? Why am I not caring about tags? We can delete everything in this field, and I'll even hit save. This is a video that's live right now. The tags don't matter. YouTube does not use a tag to rank it. So this old method of keyword stuffing, which did work if you go back 15 or 20 years ago, some of the very first YouTube channels, they would just put in a keyword. You could have a video that was about finances and you put Michael Jackson in the keywords and you would rank if people are searching for Michael Jackson. So what does YouTube use today? Well, YouTube uses AI, but it heavily leverages the transcript. Let me scroll back up to the top. You can come in here to subtitles. and you'll see that every word that Jason speaks in this video is transcribed and it's turned into subtitles. And the cool thing is YouTube has been experimenting with this using an AI tool to automatically translate it into different languages. So some of the channels that I produce already have this activated. It's very cool. But that's beside the conversation of keywords. So when you make a video on a specific topic, a topic that's being searched online, we do research and we find the questions that people are asking on YouTube, Google, and ChatGPT, and we create videos that answer those questions. So naturally, when we're answering those questions, or in this case here, when Jason is answering this specific question, he's going to say all the right keywords. He doesn't have to worry about keyword stuffing or anything like that. Myth number 4, if I rank for my brand name, that means I'm visible. Well, your brand name is probably unique, and so hopefully if people search for you by name, your company name or your personal name, hopefully they can find you. But how is that a marketing tool? If people already know who you are, they know you by name, then yeah, you'd hope that they could find you. But to have the help of a search engine, you want them to be able to find you by topic. So if somebody goes to Google, YouTube, or ChatGPT, and they're typing in a question or a subject that you're an expert on, that's where you want to be found. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a group of questions that we found that all have the words field operation in it. And you can see a date up here, May 27th of 25. He had videos ranking at the top of YouTube for 2 different questions. He also had 2 that said starting. That means we had to scroll down, but Jason had rankings in the top 20 in those 2 spots as well. And then as we proceed, let me scroll over to the right. You look at July 30th, he now had 6 yeses, and by August, he had those same 6 yeses, but also 1 more that was starting. So this is actually what we do for every one of my clients. We'll find all the topics that their target audience is asking. We'll put them in a spreadsheet like this, and then we'll search on YouTube and we'll keep track. Is this a yes or is this a no? We check the next question and the next one and the next one. Then we come back a month later and we check again. I wish TubeBuddy or vidIQ would do this type of searching for me, but we've created a system. We found it seems pretty tedious, but we've created some tools that help us speed this up, and we've created our own scoring system. So a 2.5 means we have 2 yeses, and a starting I give a score of 0.25, so you add up all the yeses and startings, and you get a score. And it dropped down by 0.25 there, but then it went up to 6 and then 6.25. So now every time we want to check our ranking, we can see that we're growing. So if you really want to have results like this, you've got to go long tail. Now long tail for SEO of the past meant like 4 words or 5 words. Typically, we're finding questions these days that are 8, 9, or 10 words long. That's because people are using things like ChatGPT, and we realize the more words we put into our query, the better the result's going to be. Now, in the case of Jason Schroeder, we've gone after the really long ones first, then we go after the ones that are a little bit shorter, like 9 words, and then 8 words, and then 7, and then 6. And so eventually, now you type in things like construction management, only 2 words, and yet he's still ranking at the top. So this approach is different than what you might be thinking, because you want to create the content that you want to create, right? You have an exciting idea and you think, man, yeah, I'm excited about making this video. I bet it would go viral. Okay, virality isn't really what we want because it's not going to generate leads. If we want to generate leads, we need to make content that they want us to create. So instead of making content we want to create, we're making content that they want us to create. So we do the research, we find the questions, and that dictates the content that we create. So here's the takeaway. SEO scores don't tell you anything useful. If you want to measure your search visibility, then you should track the rankings individually for each of these questions that your target audience is asking online. And then the question that follows that is, how do you position yourself so that the people who find you here in search will then hire you, right? They'll become leads and they'll hire you for your services. Well, that's where authority comes in. And so the next episode that I've created, this episode leads right into that one. It's called What is Authority Marketing? If you learn how to do authority marketing, you'll know how to get your videos ranking at the top of these search engines like Google, like YouTube, like ChatGPT. And instead of pushing your message in front of them and having them be annoyed and have them be skeptical, they will turn into warm leads that trust you, and you catch them at the right time because they've searched for help. They're ready to hire you. So go watch that video next. It's called What is Authority Marketing?